Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here, hope you are well. So just realised that my sound may be a little bit off because I have what's called a compressor and a noise gate. So when I talk, you may hear that there's a sound in the background that the microphone is trying to take away, and it's trying to listen to my voice. That is your models, or some of your models, being printed behind me. So there, you probably heard that noise. So I've had to turn the sound up on my microphone, so I apologise if it's what we call peaking and it's sort of crackling a little bit. So with that out of the way, let's go back into our mission. We have got our artwork now. So I've got a picture here, and if you remember, I went and got a picture and converted it. What we want to do now is we want to go and bring that into our badge. So this is here. You can see I've got Mission to Mars. Remember, we talked about the word fidelity. We're not sure about the fidelity or the clarity, how clear these words, because they're so small, how small they're going to be, or how clear they're going to be. But it's all learning. So on my board here, you will have put a hole in there with those sizes: 50mm long, 10.5 wide, and 3.5 tall. Next, we're going to go to import at the top. Okay, so right at the very top, it's going to go and import, and it says choose a file. Now we're going to go and get that SVG file that we talked about before, and we created. I'm just going to move this out of the way. There it is. Now, because you will probably be on MacBooks, your downloads will be on the side here somewhere. It'll in the same place, similar place to where mine are, right here. Okay, so I'm going to go into here and double click this and open it up. When you come in here, it gives you an option for art and artboard. So we don't want the artboard, we just want the art itself. So it trims everything else around the entire shape. You can only have a maximum of 1000 by 1000. In here, you can see that it is 452. But if yours is huge, okay, every time that you change this, so if I put 450 in here, the other number next to it will change as well. So it keeps what we call the aspect ratio. If you pull one side down, it'll measure that and make sure that both sides are the same, so you don't get something squished or stretched. The images are quite big. Okay, so generally images of the internet are quite large, or the ones we get for this application. So when we put them into our workspace, into our work plane, they tend to be quite big, and the bigger they are, the longer they take to come into Tinkercad. So I'm going to go and put this at 50% so that we can give ourselves a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm going to go and import this now at 50%. I change this to 450, and you can see immediately it's gone and changed the actual sizes here, so we've got 50% of it, and then go and import. Okay, that wasn't too long at all. I thought it might be a bit longer than that, but you can see that I've got some text that's been taken out where the white was before, which is quite nice. And I've got what seems to look like a CN tower in the middle of it, which I quite like. So then I can go and bring this into my artwork. Whoops, don't want to do that. And if I zoom in here, we can go and see what's going on. And then bring this up, and I don't want this to be any taller than 2 mils. So 2mm high is totally fine, because it's plenty. Because otherwise, the more complicated it is, the longer it's going to take. And to be honest, I don't want to be printing these all the way to the other side of Christmas. So that looks quite nice. Remember, it's going to be one color, so we don't have multicolor printers yet. But they should be on the way soon. So we've got our badge now. Once you've placed it and you've got your text and it looks all quite nice and you've arranged it all, we're going to go on to the QR code, which is quite nice. Right, once you've got that in, we're ready to go to the next stage. As always, good luck.